Hi, welcome to today's video. You may have been expecting my wife, but she's in bed sleeping because it's 6 in the morning and I couldn't sleep. So I decided, you know what, let's make a video, and I'm going to make it on Fleek to share a little bit more about the bad experience that we had. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to compare Cabot Chris's experience and how he got the matter resolved, and my experience and how I got the matter resolved. And as you will see, the worlds apart. They're nothing like each other, and I think that's because Chris has got 10,000 subs, and congratulations Chris, what a number, well done. And I've got like 200 subs, so they don't care about me, but they care about Chris, because Chris's following watch his videos, and his video can get thousands of hits, whereas mine's can get 100-200 hits, so they don't really care about me. So to give you a recap, I bought from Fleek, I think I paid 586, I'm not sure, maybe been 526, I can't remember the exact number, but my order turned up with a lot of issues. It had snags, holes, rips, missing drawstrings, rehemmed, paint marks, ink marks, holy pockets, holy crotch hairs, unwashed vagina blood. It was terrible, and this is meant to be sold as grade A stock. So that's the sort of issues that I had, and as I'm talking just now, I'll add some photos along the bottom or along the side and let you see some of the issues. But this is meant to be grade A stock. We had 53 bottoms in total, 20 were okay, so 23, which is near enough half, because the order was meant to be 50, and 20 were okay. That means 30 with issues, 30 out of 50 with issues, or 30 out of 53, if you want to look at it like that, as 53 turned up. But wow, that's a big number of issues, and this is only for the joggy bottoms. We also got band t-shirts, and the size 4s and the size 6 were different sizes. So the 4 was bigger than the 6. So the seller didn't tell us that the band t-shirts, okay, speak now. So the seller didn't tell us the band t-shirts were faulty because of the wrong labels on them. Because the size 4s were bigger than size 6s, the size 6s were bigger than size 8s. And they weren't clean. Well, they were clean, most of the majority of them, but he told us they're brand new in packaging, sealed, and when we opened some of the packaging up, there was like sellotape marks along the edges and that, and it just wasn't very good. We also bought some hoodies, and the first like 5-6 hoodies pulled out had holes in their arms, holes in the, like where the elbow is, the bleach stains, one had paint stains, and we didn't go through the rest of them. After that, we just shoved it back in the box and decided, do you know what, we're going to contact Fleek and send the whole order back. And I'll share later in this video what happened.
Some of the things that Fleek offer is completely free shipping on every order.
So let's get straight to it. Free shipping. Cabot Chris just said you get free shipping for every bundle on Fleek, and he is correct. However, I get charged £26 shipping. I contacted Instagram to complain. When I joined Fleek, you get a welcome message from the owner of Fleek. So I have his email address, and I contacted him too, and he didn't reply. After contacting them on Instagram, they asked me to share a screenshot of the shipping and returns policy. It's their policy, so why do I need to share it? They didn't believe me. So what I did is I took a screenshot on my phone and I sent it to them. They told me that was an old policy and the app hadn't been updated, and a seller can charge shipping. And I was to go to their website and I would see that that information was there. I went to the website and that information wasn't there. The exact same information that was on the app was on the website, saying that all shipping is free. So I'm left with a £26 shipping fee. So what happened next is they told me that the policies were outdated on their website and outdated on the app. I don't know if that's true because they've not changed. I don't know if it was just an excuse to get me to go away. But shipping is meant to be free on the Fleek website, and it wasn't. And the owner and Instagram didn't want anything to do with me. So before we move on, I just wanted to show you this screenshot from the Fleek app. So we agreed a price of $560, and at the point of paying for it, it was $586. And Fleming Vintage lied by saying Fleek added £26. I spoke to Fleek on Instagram and they says they didn't add £26. It's up to the seller if they add shipping cost onto the charge, but we agreed a total price. So if we agreed a total price, then surely shipping should be free, because the conditions on the Fleek website say all bundles, all shipping is free. But Flaming Vintage added £26 and then had the cheek to say it was Fleek who added the £26. So they've got sellers lying on their website. The customer service on Instagram clearly don't know what they're doing. They've said that the free shipping is an old policy. We're now 2 months after my order and the same policies haven't been updated. They still say free shipping, they're still the same in the app, they're still the same in the website. So they seem a bit close when it comes to the shipping policy. And now we'll move on to another subject before so you don't have to listen to me continue with my rant.
Quick update, spoke to Fleek, sent them a message on Instagram, and they've activated their buyer protection policy, which basically means they're going to contact the seller and explain my experience and see what they're going to do about it. So that's all positive so far. At least the process seems to be working and is in order.
So moving on to the complaints procedure. It sounds so simple, doesn't it? Just contact Instagram and everything will be resolved for you. They'll phone the supplier, they'll deal with it, they'll come back with a resolution. How easy? Well, I contacted Instagram just like Chris, and I was told flat out, we're a sales team, we're not here to deal with complaints. So why has Chris managed to get his complaint dealt with by contacting Instagram? Simple, he has 10,000 followers. So being the average Joe, I had to go onto their website and fill in the form, a complaints form, to get the procedure started. Fleek then decided to dump me, the seller, and themselves into a chat party. The seller didn't know he was in the chat party with us, and what Fleek did is they copy and pasted my complaint from their website into the chat party. And I read out what Flaming Vintage said. So he's basically called us a liar because, as you'll see in a minute, I packed all these items myself and didn't notice any of this. I got it as grade A, and so does grade A. I have never had this before. If she wants to return, then fine, she can pay. I will simply sell to another person. If she wants perfect items, I suggest she buys brand new. Pardon me. I looked through each item and they were fine. So he says he checked them all, they're all fine, they're all grade A, basically, and there's no issues with them, and we're lying. But as you've seen with the pictures at the start of this video, or if you watched the whole video when we showed you it live, not live, but pre-recorded, you'll see there was lots and lots of issues. So me and the buyer had to work it out in the app. Me and the buyer? Fuck, I'm not the seller. Me and the seller had to work it out. I'm so used to selling on eBay, I'm always the seller. Right, so I'm the buyer this time. So we had to go to the Fleek app and sort it out. I sent them a load of pictures, and the Fleek app doesn't allow photographs to show the damages of the items. All they show is grey boxes. You can see there, just grey boxes. We then tried to exchange details to get this order sent back. We tried sending Instagram, email addresses. The app blocks that too. So that was another issue. We couldn't contact each other. He was contacting Fleek to try and get my details. I was contacting Fleek to try and get his details. We couldn't do it, but he went on to Instagram and found me through Instagram, and we exchanged phone numbers and we spoke on WhatsApp. So to give you a recap, there was holes, rips, paint stains, bleach stains, unwashed vagina stains, hankies in pockets, wood chips in pockets, crotch areas with holes, missing drawstrings, hem glue sort of stainage around the bottom of the trousers. But yeah, these are grade A according to Flaming Vintage. So it was very difficult for us to get this item returned because we couldn't exchange contact information on the app. Fleek were nowhere in sight, did not reply to any of the messages. I don't even know if they read them. That's how bad it was. Once they became in the chat party, they became non-existent. They just copy-pasted my complaint and left us to it. There was no customer service at all. So as you can see, contacting customer service when you have an issue isn't as straightforward as Cabot Chris. He gets treated differently because he has 10,000 followers and they want to use him to promote their business. Whereas myself, I contacted Instagram and they weren't interested. Just go to the website, make a complaint and they'll deal with it. They're a sales team on Instagram apparently, so all they deal with is sales requests. But yeah, if you have an issue, I'll just show you on this app. If you have an issue, all they do is put you in a chat party on the app and leave you to it. And then the app blocks everything. Makes no sense.
They're also taking some responsibility for the quality and the customer experience that people get from their marketplace. So if you have a problem with a seller on Fleek, then you can speak to Fleek, and as we've seen today, it can be resolved.
Before I go on, I just wanted to make it clear that this wasn't a dig at Cabot Chris, even though I used some of his snippets. This was a dig at Fleek and the very poor customer service and the very poor quality that we received. Although Fleek are a marketplace, and just like eBay, they're a marketplace, they're not really that person actually selling the item to you, but still, it was very, very poor. The reason I made this video today is because I wanted the average Joe to see, if you're not a Cabot Chris or a George, what's his name, George Ross, or a Closet Geek, you are going to be treated differently. So when you're ordering from this company, please be careful. And the reason I say be careful is because influencers on YouTube, like the Cabot Chris, he's got 10,000 followers, George Ross I think he's got 24,000 followers. They're influencers, and the reason I bought from Fleek was because of Cabot Chris's videos, and he did an interview with them, he did like an unboxing, and I was really happy with everything that was getting said, so I decided to give it a try. And my experience being the average Joe from start to finish was terrible. It was really, really poor. The customer service was non-existent. The lies from the seller, it was just, oh, it was shocking. But anyway, thank you for watching today. If you've made it to this point, if you've got a good or bad story you'd like to share, please drop a comment below. So it's now 8:30 in the morning and I started making this video at 6 o'clock just because I just couldn't sleep. So if you'd like me to make a part 3 or a video 3 of Fleek, please drop us a comment. This is barely touching the water from our experience from start to finish with Fleek. This is actually our third order with Fleek. The first one was kind of a failure, our second one didn't arrive, and the third one was shocking. So if you'd like to go in a bit more detail from start to finish, as well as Instagram customer service at the very start, which was also very, very poor, let us know and I will make a further video for you guys. Thank you for watching, and as Sarah would say, like, comment, subscribe. Bye.